50, so you can read it along. I can read it from here. It's going to work so it started. Yeah. He needs a microphone now.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? As father of the bride, I've been asked to say a few words on this great occasion. But before I do, I would like to welcome you all and thank you for all coming here this evening. I'd like to say special thanks to those who have traveled from afar, my brother Bob, his wife Esther, and my two nieces, Eva and Martha, Peter and Patricia, my childhood friends, and not least my good friend, our good friend from Idaho, Donna. Welcome. At this point, I would like to take a few moments to reminisce as a father and share with you some of the special times I've had the pleasure and honor to share with Cara as she grew up to be this beautiful woman that you see here tonight. It seems like only yesterday that I was carrying this little girl on my shoulder as she chirped like a bird, telling me, in her own words, the adventures of her day. The splashing in the tidal pools on the Cape, the trips for ice cream to Emac and Bolio's with her brother and friends, the camping trips to Salty Acres, the lobsters, hay rides, and campfires at night. The trip to Norman and Charlotte's place on the lake, always good times. Moving on. Moving on to the early teenage years, all I remember is clothes, shoes, and more clothes. This was the beginning, ladies and gentlemen, of a fashionista in training. Next came junior high and GA soccer and field hockey. I remember vividly the practices up at Westbury, and I laugh when I think that the music from the Bro Box and the dancing on the field was more important than kicking a soccer ball. Girls will be girls. The joy and excitement we all felt when we scored that goal along with a long-range shot at the Pingree tournament that put us in the finals. Remember that? The screaming with excitement from players and parents, it was deafening, and it seemed to last forever that evening. Then came the high school years. From what I can remember, you weren't a handful like some. But this is my story, and I can make up and say what I want about my daughter. Field hockey. I remember a cold fall night and a game in Wakefield when you scored the winning goal against the mighty Watertown, the eventual state champions. The joy and pride we felt as parents about what our little girls from little old Georgetown had accomplished. Moving on to the college years at LaSalle, dorm life wasn't easy, but you persevered, and we were so proud of you when you graduated. During that time, little did we know that your relationship with Pete was starting to unfold. I think it was on Martha's Vineyard that it finally dawned on Mom and I. And so the relationship began, and got the approval of your big brother, Shecky. I remember Josh telling me that Pete was a great guy and would do nothing to hurt Cara. Pete, I can't tell you how happy Jerry and I are that Cara has found her Prince Charming, and how proud we are to have you as a son-in-law. Keep calling Jerry Mom number 2, and she'll love you even more. Suffice to say, we love you like a son. And so, Cara and Pete, in closing, I'd like to wish you health and happiness throughout all the days of your lives. May you always be best friends. Cara, always remember, there will never be a father who loves his daughter more than I love you. Woo! At this point, ladies and gentlemen, please raise your glasses to toast the bride and groom. To Cara and Pete, Slántar, Salute, and L'chaim. Let's party!
Thank you, Paul. How about a warm round of applause?